Hi, everyone. Welcome to the Women Are Worthy platform. We welcome you. The Women Are Worthy Network is just so happy to celebrate women who are doing phenomenal things. By the way, we're not exclusive to men, we also interview men as well. But today, I have the honor. Look, let me tell you, let me drink a sip, okay? That's my beet juice. Because when I say this lady has accolades coming out the wazoo, when I say she is credentialed, she's the epitome of what a woman should be, a woman on the move. So we have with us the wonderful Armstead. Myra Armstead. She is the founder of Sister Circle 7, who just happens to be a person of purpose and impact. Let me say it a little louder again. Let me come a little closer. She's a person of purpose and impact. She's a law school graduate of Miles School of Law. She has a bachelor's in criminal justice, a master's in criminal justice, and a master's in public business administration. Okay. I got wet my whistle on that one because when I tell you this lady is doing some things, she's doing some things. Maya believes wholeheartedly in giving back. She served as a volunteer for many nonprofits organizations. However, she has a passion for assisting women within her local community. Y'all know how I feel about women like that. So the Women Are Worthy has a distinct honor of having a conversation with Miss Myra Armstead. Hi, Miss Myra. How you doing?
Hey, I'm good. I'm good. I appreciate you having me, as part of your platform on this afternoon.
And, just listening to what you're doing, Miss Myra, you're doing phenomenal things. But one of the questions I want to ask you, because it's a conversation, we read everything about you, but who is Myra? I just want to know from you, who are you? Who's Myra Armstead?
I would describe Myra Armstead as being a person that has endured, persevered, a person that had countless obstacles and had millions and millions of excuses that she could have used to not pursue her purpose. But I realized that God allowed me to endure those things for a reason. And the reason was for his glory, to bring light to him, to direct people to him. I have not always been this person that you see today. Um, I've been that sad, depressed, isolated person. I've been a person of low self-esteem, low confidence in self. There are so many stories that's behind my journey. And it's just humbling, that God has chosen to use me and all of my obstacles, to bring him glory.
I try to tell people for our platform, your past does not dictate your future.
It
So if
does.
you've gone through so many things, it's not how you fall down, it's how you get back up. And you have gone through so much, but let me tell you why I love you. Okay? Because people like you just loving people. If you're positive, I'm gonna love you unless you show me otherwise. And then I'm gonna love you from a distance,
That's right. That's
I
right.
love the fact that you're a spiritual woman. You're a woman of God. I love that your purpose. You don't just walk the walk. You don't just talk the talk. You walk the walk. So I'm feeling everything that you're doing. You mentioned, and I want you to speak to women out there where they don't see the light at the end of the tunnel. They don't see anywhere out. What would you say to these women who are like, no, I just depressed? I know about depression just like you because I go through my bouts of anxiety, and things like that and it's a control issue kind of thing. I know for me for anxiety, and sometimes you're doing too much.
Exactly.
What would you say to women out there to inspire them?
I would say that as you mentioned, your current situation does not determine nor dictate, your journey or where you're going. But I notice with us as people, we want the alternate route to blessings. We want the shortcut. There's no detour. Some things we have to go through. Some things we have to endure. God allows these things to happen to develop us, to mold us. And also it keeps us grounded and humble, because if everything in life came easy without any type of struggle, any type of hardship, any type of challenge, I just can't see where most people would still feel the need for God. You know, still feel the need to have that relationship with him, still feel the need to depend on him and trust him. So some of these things, they have to happen. Some things are necessary as part of our journey.
And I didn't understand it then, because I remember a cousin of mine was talking to me about God and coming to God, and I should get saved. And she said, I'm telling you, when you get saved, it's one of the hardest things you have to go through. I'm like, please, I've accomplished so much. What are you talking about? Baby, when I got saved, when I said he tried it, he tried it.
Yes.
And then when God was talking to me and telling me I needed to leave my corporate job to do this, I'm like, I ain't working with women. I don't like them. I'm not working with them. I see what they do. Yeah. And he's like, Jackie, you're going to have to do it. And I'm like, you're not listening to me. I know you created me, but you are not hearing the words coming out of my mouth.
Wow.
I'm not working with women. And then he said, okay, since you're not going to work with women, I'm gonna force you to work with me. I'm gonna put you, because all my healthcare practitioners at the time were men. I didn't want any woman touching me because of what I've gone through.
Right.
I don't fight all the men, and I got a number of women now. But things I was going through, so then I started experiencing a lot of health issues, a lot of stuff where doctors are saying she's not gonna make it, and I'm like, okay. So I said, okay, God, I hear you. I'm gonna do it. I left. Lied to him. Okay, lied to him. And then he put me right back again. And he's like, the next time you come out, you're going to come out in a body bag. Effective immediately. This is my, I resigned, blah, 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 blah. And I say that. So then when I got into this journey,
wow,
he said, Jackie, things have just been too perfect. Every job you wanted, you get every promotion, you get everything. How are you going to speak to women if you've not gone through some things? So what I need to do is I need to break you before I can make you. I'm like, He's like, but Jackie, how are you going to be mentoring and talking to women if you've not experienced certain things? And baby, when I told you he broke me. So I'm just sharing that part of my journey.
Wow.
I bring this around because of your spirituality and the music that you play. And I see you're a woman on a mission and you're spreading God's love. So how are you staying grounded? Who is there? Because you're an explosion. You're like a missile, Miss Lady. You're a missile. When I found you, I said, this woman, her energy and her light has to grace our show, because you got so much in you. So how do you do this?
It is solely based on my relationship with him. And I'm about to get emotional.
Come on, baby. It's all good. The lashes come off. It's all good. That's why I'm wearing none, because I know what this may be. You got some time. So when you're ready,
he's been so good to me. And, I tell people, because a lot of people, they be like, you speak with so much passion, but I tell them, I say, you know what, you really don't understand, my journey. Only I know the depth of my journey. Only I know the depth of his saving, of me, where he snatched me from, how he's redeemed me and restored me. And the humbling thing is, he could use anyone, and the thing is, he chose to use me. And that's just so humbling and mind-blowing, because we know our flaws, we know our shortcomings, we know what we feel we're not deserving of, and that's how I feel at times, and the thing is, God had already, it's just so much had endured prior to me making it to this point, where he had showed me so many different things and had already prepared me in so many ways that I had no clue that he was preparing me for this particular journey. And you hit close to home when you stated about leaving your job, because that's a battle I've been wrestling with now, because he's calling for me to do more, but for some reason I'm still feeling trapped, in my job. And I know that I shouldn't feel that way, but I just feel the need to have a transparent moment right now. sometimes he calls us out of the norm. We tell everyone else to trust God, trust his plan, trust his will. And then when it's time for us to apply those same principles, it's difficult to do. And that's the area he's dealing with me in now. I thoroughly enjoy what I do. I thoroughly enjoy meeting women. I thoroughly enjoy uplifting women because he called me a long time ago to help bridge the gap among women. There's a very high percentage of deficiency when it comes to connection among women. I don't, there's just so many issues such as insecurities, jealousy, envy, just so much within the women community, and we're one of the strongest, creations of God, and I just don't understand why we are so
divided.
Yes.
I want to share something with you, and I guess that's why I'm not wearing my lashes. And I don't have any tissues with me, and it's coming. So I used to train doctors, right? And I'm going to be transparent because it's not bragging. It is what it is. I was making 6 figures, right? I was living 3 weeks out of the month in Augusta, Statesboro, Evans, and all of that stuff, profit sharing and everything, a company car and everything. But I wasn't satisfied. I conquered the job. I wasn't satisfied, right? And I had a conversation with one of my providers, and he said, I want you to come in and do some motivational speaking because you're always happy, you're always chipper, and you're 3 hours away from home. How are you maintaining this and still being happy? Is it because you don't want to be home? And I said, look, my husband, it's just that this is a job, but I don't look at it as a job. It's a ministry for me. And this is just getting into Christ, right? So he said, I love the way you interact. So I even created my own little side hustle on the side when I was working there, right? So I said, he had one of the highest concentration of diabetics patients. And I said, well, let me do some juicing for them. So I did it and it turned out well. So a couple of my doctors, I told them what I was going to do. I told them I wanted to do some speaking and, they encouraged me. They told me that they would help me. But when I said I wanted to work with women, they're like, we're not putting no money behind that because y'all women don't know how to. He's like, you're different because you're like a guy-like attitude. You were raised by men. You think like us. When that's what when you tell us to do something, we jump to attention because we know you're not playing. We have much respect for you, but you have a guy's attitude. Women are not going to like you. We don't put our money behind something that's not going to make money. If you say you're going to go out, you're going to speak to schools and whatever, we will financially back that. But if you're focusing, and this is before I had Women Are Worthy, the name, we're not going to put any money behind it because how women are, they're catty, they're this, they're that. And I'm listening to this man say this. So God told me, Jackie, leave. Don't worry about the income. Wow. I'm going to take care of you. And so I'm ministering this to you.
I need it.
Whatever reason, I'm telling you, this is what he told me. And I started meeting people who would help me and talk to me whenever I open up my mouth. Because one thing I know about me, number one, I can talk. Number two, I'm charismatic. Number three, I'm a charm the pants off of you, literally. Okay. And I know when I leave people, I make them feel good. You're not bragging. You know what you can do.
That's right.
So, and my thing is, I've tried reaching out to women. Hey, let's collaborate. Let's do this. Let's do that. It was slow in the beginning. They wouldn't get it. The men, come on, we'll sponsor you. We'll do this. We'll do that. The women, especially African-American women, look, we're going to keep it real here. It was like a struggle. And I'm like, the white women support, introduce me, bring me in their network. The black women, it was a challenge. It was like, and then I'm going to say this, and I'm going to be transparent right now, okay? Because, look, and I hate being with black women who want to be the only Negro in the room, okay? Because you have some of those who are like that. We shouldn't have to deal with that. We already have outside forces that are doing things to us. Sometimes we go through our own mental stuff.
Yes.
We should be able to, I should call you and say, Myra, I'm having some issues right now. Or you call me and I'm like, here's my shoulder. Come on.
That's right.
And then I don't take it nowhere else.
Exactly.
Here. Let me tell you something. You are freaking gorgeous. I love that outfit you got on. It's You're beautiful. First of all, you're beautiful anyway.
Thank
We got
you.
to be able to give compliments like that. And I also
That's
need
right.
to tap you and say, yo, Myra, what you did wasn't cool. I'm talking to you out of
Right.
love. We ain't doing that. You know, you'll see someone walking off the cliff and don't say anything. Why don't we have more? You know, I'm in Atlanta. I'm in Georgia. Why don't we should have a road show of speakers throughout the entire country of women coming together. We keep talking about that black girl magic. I know I'm ranting. Let me bring it down here because I'm telling you, I'm sick of this. We're gonna do the black girl magic. Well, where's the magic?
That's right.
It's like a fad. You know,
exactly.
Like, I'm tired of the BS. You know what I'm saying? And I don't want that. You are. What can I do to help you? It's transactional. If you succeed, Myra, I succeed.
That's right.
Because what's for you is not for me. And if I help you, I know the universe and God is going to help me.
It's coming back. That's right.
I'm done ranting. I'm done ranting.
You're absolutely right. Absolutely right. Because that's exactly what's going on. That's exactly what's going on. And, you know, that's why a lot of us, we're stumbling and we're staying stuck in a place for so long. Because as you stated, you know, what you give out is what you're going to get back. Even if you're giving it out and you're not giving it from a genuine place of giving, it's just like unfertile soil. You know, it is time out for it. And I don't understand it. I don't get it. And I just always pray, you know, for God to just send, you know, just genuine people my way. And he has done just that.
Yes.
He has done just that.
Yes, because he told me, don't look at what other people are doing. Just do you, and I'll send the people. Still applaud your sisters, women. And when I say sisters, I don't just mean women. Anyone with the vagina is a sister as far as I'm concerned. Okay, if you're positive, I'm going to applaud you. I'm going to, you know, and that's what we should be doing. So my question to you, you founded Sister Circle 7. What is your goal? What is your mission? Where do you see it?
Sister Circle 7 was something that was dropped into my spirit. I would say maybe a year and a half after I released my book. I released my book in 2019. So Sister Circle 7 came around about 2020. It was during the pandemic. And I can remember like it was yesterday. I was actually changing the linen on my bed. And I bent over how you tuck the end of the your bed sheets up under the bottom of I bent over. And the spirit says Sister Circle 7. Now the spirit says Sister Circle. I said, Sister Circle. I said, I don't know about that. I'm like, what? You know, because that's my personality, you know, and I talk to God like I'm talking to you. I'm like, I don't know about that, God. You know, I'm like, we got Sister Circle 7 going on already. You know, I said it's a TV show, and then, you know, he says Sister Circle. And I'm just like, I don't know about that. So what I did, I wrote it down because it kept coming to me. So when I wrote it down, I added the number 7 because 7 is complete. 7 is a number that's significant to me. It's my date of birth and it's both of my daughter's date of birth. 7. Yes. So 7 really means a lot to me. So that's why I tagged 7 on there. And So I'm like, okay, what am I supposed to do with this? Said it's going to be your platform. This is what you're going to use to bring women together. This is what you're going to use, you know, through my word to uplift women, to minister to women. So I'm like, okay, because I was already, everything I've done, for some reason, I just always be kind of nervous. So I created my platform and did all that. And I started to invite people, you know, I started my page, and I couldn't believe it how the page started growing. And then I started following the instructions he gave me, which was biblical based. You know, I give them a daily inspiration every day, something out of the Bible. I pick a scripture, I pray about it and ask him, you know, what is it he want me to post? And I go from there every day. And as time started to go on, I started receiving all these private messages. I'm having this problem, you know, with my husband. I'm having this problem in my marriage. I'm having this problem with my children. I'm dealing with this. I'm going through this. And, you know, I can remember the first several months I used to just be so emotional when I read all of those things, because the thing is, I doubted what he told me. And, receiving all those messages was confirmation that, hey, this is needed, and I don't know why I'm struggling so hard now when it comes to the job, when everything, he's already proven himself to me time and time again. So it's nothing to doubt because he's proven himself, But that's how Sister Circle 7 come about. And I am so glad that I did do it. There is so much more I really, really have in store. But I know some people are still a bit hesitant with this pandemic, with coming together and, in person, doing a lot of things. But that's where I see it going. I see it actually becoming more of a broader ministry. It's already diverse, with people from different backgrounds, nationalities, all of that. And that's what I desired as well, because ministry is not just catered to, one class of people. So I do have a lot in store for Sister Circle. There is a lot that I do plan to do as far as gatherings, conferences, other things that events that I want to put together to kind of uplift women, just to kind of bring them out of that setting of everything just, scripture. I want to have some application as far as just everyday life and enjoying life and talking to them about other things. And sometimes I just feel like you can be more effective if you're in person.
Okay, let me put something on your spirit right now, or as what's his name will say, sizzle your spirit. Country Wayne, you have to trust God. There's so many, if you noticed, because for me, I plan my events. I did an event in July, okay, and it was packed. Here's the thing. There's so many, during the pandemic, divorce has went up. Molestation has gone up. So people will come out, of course you have it where it's, because I'm in Georgia, so it's like nobody wore a mask and not a big deal, for some, so it was like the pandemic didn't happen for some people. But people will come out now because they want it. People are like, oh my God, cabin fever. And so they'll come out to events as long as it's something that's going to be spiritually, mentally, physically helping them, you're feeding their spirit, they will come out. Because I don't mind sharing any and everything, because I can't do everything. I can't be the only top speaker, the only event person. You want other people to do that. So, just plan it. Because I'm telling you, I had an event that I dreamt about it in May. I told my mayor about it, I think maybe in June. And it was set for July 15th or something. So I had less than a month to plan the event. And I'm like, oh my God, I called it Unity in the Community. And that's on my leadership is my nonprofit and, some of the stuff that I do. So it was under that. And I'm like, oh my God, what am I going to do? So now I'm thinking everybody going to pitch in and help. So, and what I love about them is they'll tell me to do things. And they're behind me, which is good. But I'm like, oh my God, I don't have a team. I don't have this. Who's going to help me? And one day I remember, when I say I was going through the roof because I'm here planning, how am I going to do this? What am I going to do? I remember God whispered in my ear. I went to sleep. I brought it on the prayer line and everything because I wanted to do it at this location. This location was very expensive. And I said, how am I going to do this? How am I going to make this happen? God whispered in my ear. The whole week I was making phone calls. People tell me, no. I'm freaking out. My anxiety was at the next level. Depression was starting to set in. And he said, trust me. He whispered in my ear because I felt his breath whispering in my ear. I went to bed. And when I tell you that was the best sleep I ever had in God knows how many weeks. I woke up the next day, started making phone calls because I'm out of the box kind of gal. I'm not going to do everything everybody did.
Right.
Yes. We'll sponsor. Yes. Wow. When I tell you that sleep was putting me, it's almost like there's someone in the Bible that happened to, that God put them to sleep. And then when I woke up, something just said, stop making phone calls. And I didn't even go in and wash my face. I just woke up and just came to the phone and just started dialing.
Wow.
Yes. It was like a tornado where some people, I'm like, okay, that's enough. Okay. People who didn't even know me, because he told me, you're calling people that you know. I want to show you two things. If you believe in me, I'm going to take you where you need to go. Because if you call people that you know and they invest, that's not showing you how good I am.
Yeah.
What's showing you is you're going to call people who don't know you. You're going to have to introduce yourself, tell them what you're trying to do, and they'll give you the money. Baby. When I tell you, and then I had to get the crowd there. Okay. So not only just paying for the location, the crowd and the food and the this and the that. When I was so proud of myself that I brought the Filipino community together, I brought the Asian community, I brought the African community, I brought American people together, Black Americans together, I brought the Hispanic people together. They were shocked that what I did. But it's not through me. It's not me. It was God.
Yeah.
Okay. To see that I brought this diverse group of people in less than a month. It was 3 weeks to the event where the lady's like, wrote her a check. And I'm like, here's the check. And I'm like, and I was going to pay for the whole thing in one thing. And I'm like, okay. Because I opened up the bank account and I put some money in there. And I'm like, oh my God. I said, am I going to have to pull it out of my personal? Because my thing is, if I'm doing it for the community needs to help too. When I tell you it went off, people were shocked. And I give all thanks and glory to God. And I'm like, you a bad mama jamma, Jackie. No, ain't nothing, because you are God's property. You are God's child. He ain't gonna let nothing happen to you if you have good intentions.
That's right.
That's what I want to tell people. So I'm the type of chick where I jump without the net. I don't want to have an alternate, because if I have an alternate or a plan B, that means I expect plan A not to work. When I didn't give this job, I didn't give them 2 weeks. I said effective immediately. Okay? Effective immediately. So, and God said, just have faith. And I'm like, faith, what's going on? Then I started chasing every meetings. I need to be in every meeting. God said, you ain't doing that no more. I'm going to direct you to the right meetings you need to be, because as they say, you know someone is for you when they talk about you when you're not in the room, for opportunities that they can help you with. So I'm here to tell you, I'm living proof. I didn't have a plan B. I didn't know what I was going to do. Even with this thing, I didn't know what I was doing. You know, God's like, I was on a Fox affiliate show. I didn't know I was going to do, this, and I didn't know how to do it. The guy said, I'm gonna put you on the radio, I'll do the mixing, I'll do the boards, but you better come up with the name for your show, you better find a guest, and you got 3 days to do it.
Wow.
So I'm here to tell you, we keep telling people have faith, because that happens to me sometimes. You got to show him, because once you show him you're ready, because I know it's scary, your finances, and you're like, oh my God, I got bills, or you have enough money set aside that this is what you're going to do. But you have to show him, because that gives you the opportunity when you're speaking. Another thing, you could speak about my sister.
You're right.
So
you're absolutely
like
right.
Nike, you just got to do it. So I just want to encourage you. You're doing the right things. So where do you see, once you have everything together, what is your goal? What is it that you want to do once you get this rolling? You get the sponsorships, you get the people to support you, you're in it to win it. Because like you, I want this to be a movement. What do you want to do with this? Other than, you want it to be all over, what is your end game?
My end game is for this to be a legacy. I want it to be a game changer. I want it to be something like none other. As you stated, I don't like to do what everyone else is doing, because that's not what he's called me to do. He hasn't called me to be common. I'm to be uncommon. I'm to be unique. I'm to be different. I'm to be set apart. So everything about me in that aspect is to be accordingly. God is, wanting me to be bold in this, not to be fearful, to stand on him. Whatever I seek from him, as far as if it aligns with his will, I do trust and believe, he would manifest that thing for me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just I'm just following his guidance.
Mm-hmm.
It's a continuous process. I have to continuously pray day by day, asking, what is it you have me to do? Some things he do drop into my spirit randomly. Those are the things I have to take note of. And, for the most part, I just allow it to be a day by day process, because I don't know what the people need. I don't know what they need to hear. I don't know what they're going through. I can only be spiritually led in that area.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Baby girl, you doing fine. You gonna be fine, because he's taking to that level, and sometimes you need that quiet time to figure out, to strategize, to become one with him, for him to tell you what to do and tell you where to go, and like, nope, don't go there, make a right here, or
Yes.
I need you to be late because sometimes when you're running late, you don't know why you're running late, but sometimes it's for opportunities, you know what I'm saying? So
That's right.
I think you're doing great things with what you're doing, because you're assisting women in the community. Now, why did you chose to focus on women and not just, now, I'm not saying men, but why did you choose that as your platform or as your mission?
Well, as I was composing my book, God was ministering a lot of things to me, and one main question we all ask when we start to go through turmoil and traumatic situations, like when things start to happen repetitiously, is like once you get out of one storm, you like, here come another storm. And then it's like, why does this keep happening to me? Like, can I please just get a break from what I just came through, because I'm walking into another storm. But the thing is, why not me?
Right.
And I have a personal perspective when it comes to women, as to how we just bear so much, and how we be the backbone for everyone else, and in the end neglecting ourselves, depleting ourselves, finding ourselves empty. And that's where all these other things set in, such as depression, isolation, anxiety, because we're deficient. We depleted ourselves, giving ourselves to others, and we're not pouring back into ourselves. And I've been there. So I can only speak from, what I've experienced, and the things that God has taken me through, allowed me to go through, and brought me through those things. So that's why I gear more toward women, because I know the journey of a woman. I know the things that we take on as a wife, as a daughter, as a mother, as a sister. I know that, because I have held these roles. I hold some of these roles now. So what better person to walk that journey with you, or help to guide you through that journey, than someone who's already been through it?
When you mentioned, you touch on so many things right there, because one of the things that I talk about now on my platform is self-care. And I remind people that, it's almost like a check. You write a check, and the money better be in the bank, because if it's not, it's going to bounce. So, and I'm mentoring young women, because it's easier when you're younger, you get into that groove, than when you're 40, 50, 60, it's harder. But I still talk to that age group as well. We have to start supporting not just ourselves and each other. We have to remind each other to take that. Now, the good word is mental health break. We have to make sure that we are taking that time to woosah, namaste, do something to take care of ourselves, because if we don't take it, it's almost like when the plane goes down, you have to put the mask over yourself. Good evening, Miss Matthews. So now what I try to tell people is, you need that. I don't care how busy you are in your day. Whether some people, it's their hair and nails. For me, that's not a self-care day. And I'm not here to tell people what it is. Maybe it's a massage. Maybe it's going near the lake, or going on the lake, or whatever, where you don't have to think about work, think about absolutely nothing. Maybe it's exercise, things like that. But because we have to feed our soul, we have to start doing that by any means necessary. So my question to you is, what is your self-care? What do you do for self-care?
My self-care is meditation, and I try to do it every morning. And I do it for mental reasons, to help keep my mind stable, to help keep it sound. Because Jackie, I've been through so much. I've nearly lost my child, so I've been through so much till I've had so many situations that could have claimed my sanity, but
Mm-hmm.
God kept me. And, I don't take that for granted. So every day, I try to give him his time and have that quiet time, because that's why I found balance. And then
Mm-hmm.
I do have some days where I do absolutely nothing, where I may
Mm-hmm.
just sit on the sofa in front of the TV and just sit there and flip,
Mm-hmm.
just do nothing, because
Mm-hmm.
I have learned that you do have to take a time out. You do. And we should not have to be in a situation where we're forced to take a time out. No, we have to learn to do that on our own,
Mm-hmm.
because self-preservation, we have to preserve ourselves, take care of ourselves. And my thing, as far as taking care of myself, the first priority is spiritual, because I know everything else is going to fall in line after that.
And even God, when Jesus, he did that as well.
Mm-hmm.
And God, when
Yes,
he created heaven and earth, and on the seventh day he took rest. So
that's right.
and I met some ladies, right? Because I wasn't a nap taker. So I met this lady, she's a judge, and she told me, she says, you're busy doing a lot of things. Do you take naps? And I'm looking at her like, naps? Girl, I'm on the nap club now. It's the Sunday at 3:00 nap that all of us are taking naps on Sunday when I can, because if I have something planned, but I try to make sure at
Yeah.
3:00 on Sundays, we texting, okay, we're about to take our little nap. Because I would say, okay, I'm taking a nap, girl, 5 hours. They're like, Jackie, that ain't no nap, that's sleep. That's why you can't sleep enough. So I'm like, they're like 45 minutes. And I feel so refreshed because I'm a type A person. If I take now I know how to take little cat naps, and I feel so refreshed because it's regenerating your cells,
Yes.
your mind, like you in the morning now. I found out that, because I love to read, the most successful people are early birds, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I get up and I, write into my daily journal what I'm going to do for the day. I plan my day the night before, and then I check off, because I even like with today, I said, okay, my 7:00, you're my last thing for the night, for the day. And I'm like, I'm more organized because I can be all over the place, right? So I'm more organized, I'm more focused, I'm more calmer. I just love life, Miss Myra. And when I say I'm just loving what you're doing, because you're putting positive energy into the atmosphere, and that's what we need now, because we're so used to all the ratchet stuff that I want them to see. We don't just, we all got, I got a little bit ratchet in me, but I'm trying to show more righteous stuff. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what I'm looking to do. Because I'm here to tell you now, we're bringing you back on again, because we're going to talk through the trials and tribulations, because here's why. You see someone, they look successful. Mm-hmm. They're the pinnacle of their career. Nobody's asking them, how did you get there and how are you staying there? That's the two hardest things, because people don't see when you're crying at night. People don't see the endless sleep. They don't see how long you're on the computer trying to get things together. They don't see the arguments, or you having to prove yourself when you're walking into a male dominated platform, or when you're walking in a room and it's us. And you still got to prove yourself to us. Mm-hmm. Why you there? The rolling of the eyes, and you can say it don't affect you. We there. We can say it don't affect us, but it does sometimes. Hi, Julie. It does sometimes. You know what I'm saying? So as women, we need to make sure we're supporting each other, no matter what we look like, because ain't nothing for me to say, Myra, damn, you look good. I'm loving what you got on, your hair, your nails. Girl, you working at. What is it costing me? Because I'm thinking in my head like, oh, she thinks she cute. We got to stop that. Let's give you each other the roses, because here's the thing. When I give you the roses, you may turn around like, girl, I got this dress from Ross for $10. I got these earrings from Goodwill, or I'm saying, girl, your shape, your thigh, your legs is. Girl, let me tell you what I do. I do 70 squats, or I do this, or I do that. Black women has to stop. I can't speak about any other race. And I'm
Right.
sorry because we're going to bring you on 2 or 3 times. You and our family now, so we're going to bring you back on. But we got to stop as Black women.
Yes.
And I'm here speaking to you, Black women out there. You may not be a part of it, but you know others. We got to stop saying, blocking the entrance of other Black women coming in.
Right.
We got to stop. I only want to be the only Negro in the room. We got to stop that because Black men are not like that. Okay. White women are not like that because I've seen it. We have to be able to support each other in such a loving environment. Like I said, if I see something on you, I'm going to take it off and say, girl, nobody needs to see this. You need to be able to say, Jackie, I want to cry on your shoulder. I'm going to tell you something, but if it gets out, it could ruin me. You know what I'm saying? And talk to women just to support them. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's what we need to do. So that's what I'm here to tell you that I'm looking to do. Wait, hold on, because my battery on my laptop is like trying to act crazy right now. So talk to me about, while I'm fixing that, talk to me. Yes, her personal style is uber sexy. Sure is. She uber sexy, y'all. So talk to us about, you started your business and what is it doing to you because you're straddling the fence? What is it doing to you right now? Talk about that. Let me work on this laptop.
Okay. Right now, I would, as I stated earlier, I am kind of like, I'm in a tug of war right now because I do want to stop working and just do what I'm doing full time. And right now I'm wrestling with making that final decision or that final plea. I have had another opportunity to come before me where I am doing my own talk show on the radio now. So now that's going to be, drawing even more time. So that's why I know, that God is working and he's opening doors up for me. And it's just that, opportunities are finding their way to me. And that's so humbling, even when I heard from you, that was humbling, just any opportunity that someone is willing to share their platform with me. I am just gracious because you don't have to do it. You don't have to do it.
Listen, my sister, I'm all about collaboration, not competition, because what God has for you is for you. And I posted something a couple of days ago that said, don't let anyone poison your potential. Okay. That's why I know what it's like. Let me tell you something. I know what it's like having housekeepers. I know what it's like having food delivered because I was making a 6-figure income. But again, and I'm saying that because it's not bragging. It's telling people how much money I was making. But for God to tell me to walk away from that and start all over, because I'm like, dude, I started up. What you talking about? What you talking about? How you trying to start all over? And he's like, no, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to take care of your needs, but I got to break you, as I said before, I make you. I need to humble you because I've given you everything. Every opportunity you want, you get. People will call it lucky, and it's not lucky. It's because I'm a God-blessed child, but being a God-blessed child, you still got to go through some things.
Yes.
Like Miss Matthews said, mindless competition. She says it's needless, nonsensical nastiness. What is the prize therein? A stroke for the ego. The downside of the ego is too stingy to be a slave to. And that's true. So Shelton said kooky cattiness needs to cease. We need to look at each other as sisters. And one of the ladies was on here and her name is Judy. When I tell you I freaking love her, I love her. She's it's a walking group that I'm a part of, and they're all family, and they've allowed me to walk with them. We walk 6 miles, a day when I can, because it used to be 5 days a week. But it's all about supporting, and because I don't have any sisters here, it's just me and my husband, but they've welcomed me, with open arms, and they don't know how much that means to me, because I've seen the mean girls, and my thing is, I tell people, y'all don't know, I have it in me, and I'm trying not to make the demon come out. Because I keep the demon down because you don't want none of this. So I pray, I'm purposeful, and I do those things because just because you do something to me, I don't have to do back to you. Because again, I'm telling people I'm spiritual and I'm of God. So when I go off, what am I showing people? You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
That's right.
So I said, you know what? Because I used to be, okay, God, you say you're going to do this? Nah, I got this, God. I can do it better than you. But then when he showed me, Jackie, I got this. So now I just let it go, let it flow, and let him do this. So it's more of a conversation to you that I'm having, to let you know that, like Miss Matthews said, ego's only rewards is short-term gratification. It is. So the minute I remove the ego out of it,
right,
I feel so much better. I'm not in competition. I don't have to like live in the mini mansions. I don't have to do the best cars. And, we sold our house. We're doing other things. And I'm like, I don't have to live that life. I'm not a slave to whatever, because God is, think about it. God don't want you to struggle. People are not going to look at you if you struggle. People need to see when you're supposed to be there, so they can say, wait a minute.
right.
Almost like an Oprah-esque kind of a thing, like, wait a minute, you walking with Christ and you got all of this? Yes, God, you're not supposed to be struggling. You're supposed to do well, so then you can show other people if you walk through Christ, he going to feed you, he going to clothe you, he going to do all that stuff. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
I love what you're doing. I love the
Thank
things
you.
that you exude. And I know you're going to be successful. You're already successful. And
Thank
if
you.
you need my assistance, let me know. Because the more I help, because I didn't like using the word servant, because I had an issue with that. And he had to break me to tell me, Jackie, you are my servant. And not only you are my servant, you're here to serve other people. I'm like, serve other people? You crazy. I ain't serving no other people. Jesus, who you think you talking to?
Yeah.
He's like, Jack, because that's how I talk to him. I'm like, I'm not serving nobody. And what I realized, it was my ego. Once I remove the ego, now I can say I'm serving folks. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And I feel good about that. So my sister, I'm just here to encourage you. Anytime, anything you need or question or whatever, I'm here. I don't know how I can, and I don't know what, but I'm here as a service to help my sisters who are doing things and collaborate, because I don't do the competition stuff, because I'm not with that. But you're a beautiful spirit. From the minute I said, yep, we going for this one. Whether she says yes or no, we going for her. We going to get her. Okay? Because you're blessing us by being on our platform, and
Thank you.
I'm so proud of you, the things that you're going to be doing. And because I'm telling you, I said, I'm not wearing no lashes, because this lady here going to make me cry. So I'm not going to wear no lashes. And I keep forgetting when I do that to bring my tissues in the office. I keep forgetting. But my sister, I'm just giving you your roses. I'm so proud of what you're doing. And women are going to love you. Your audience is going to be, it's almost going to be like Abraham. You're going to have so many, you can't even count them. So I'm putting that on you right now. You're doing the right thing. Whenever you decide to walk away, it'll happen. No, don't let anyone push you or shove you. It'll happen. And when the minute you take that leap, God gonna make sure all them bills are paid. God gonna make sure everything you need, he's gonna meet your needs and beyond.
I believe that.
So how can people get your book, and how can they get in contact with you?
Well, my book is available on Amazon. There are two versions. The digital version you can download, and also the actual book. They're available on Amazon, and you can contact me. I'm on all social media outlets except for Twitter and Snapchat. I'm on TikTok.
What's your handle?
Myra D Unique. Instagram is Myra D Unique. TikTok is Myra D Unique. LinkedIn, that's the business social media platform. I'm going to be under Myra Armstead. And Facebook, you're going to find me under Myra Armstead or Sister Circle 7 or Divine Purpose. The title of my book is Divine Purpose.
Do you have it in front of you? Do you have the book in front of you? Girl, how we not going to stop? Go get that doggone book.
I do.
Go get that doggone book.
Here it is.
With your beautiful self. Get that book. Whenever you do a show, make sure you have that book.
I have it already out, and I don't know why I don't, but this is the book.
Ooh, yes, Divine Purpose. Purple, that's my color. Purple, that's our colors.
Yeah, this is the book, and it's available on Amazon.
Y'all go out and get her book. Because again, we have all these Black authors that are doing positive and wonderful things. We keep saying, how can we support people? How can we pour into people? She has a book, Divine Purpose. Make sure you get it. Go on Amazon. Come on, I'd like to see a sale tonight. Go out, and if you're watching the after show, because y'all know I be pushing people products. I need to, don't worry about mine right now. Go out and support her, because you buy the book, that's pouring into her ministry, that's pouring into the things that she's doing, and she can do greater things as well. And that also shows Amazon, you know what I'm saying, she can do more things. So pour into her and purchase her book. Mrs. Matthews, go on Amazon and get her book. See what it's all about. She's doing some great things. Julie, if you want, go out on Amazon and get her Divine Purpose book. And for all of you that are tuning in the after show, buy her book. We want to thank everyone for tuning in to the Women Are Worthy Network. I created this platform because I was always questioning, like, where's all the positive stuff? Where's all the positive stuff?
Right.
And God told me, look, stop complaining and create one. And that's why I created this platform. So we want to thank everyone for tuning in. Don't forget to support, like, and subscribe to our pages, the Women Are Worthy Network. Y'all who's been emailing me and texting me and asking me about this whole thing that happened today. I'm getting all these texts. I did a live on IG. So go on the Women Are Worthy Network and you'll see what I have to say about this whole stuff. But again, Miss Myra, you have been an absolute pleasure, a delight.
Likewise.
Talk about that dress, because baby, you are working it. It ain't working you. You are working it.
Thank you.
So without further ado, we want to thank everyone. We want you to have a motivational Monday, a terrific Tuesday, a wonderful Wednesday, a tremendous Thursday, a fabulous Friday, a soothing Saturday, and we want you to have a self-care Sunday. So without further ado, thank you guys. Make sure you take time for yourself. Bye, everyone.